This video is for educational purposes only and is not intended as professional or cybersecurity advice. Online risks vary, so viewers are encouraged to do their own research or consult experts before making decisions. Imagine your entire life is stored inside a glass house. Every conversation, every purchase, every secret, visible to anyone who cares to look. It sounds like a nightmare, doesn't it? But for millions of people, this is exactly what their online existence looks like right now. We tend to think of hackers as geniuses in hoodies typing furiously in a basement, breaking through complex firewalls. But the truth is much simpler and much more unsettling. Most data breaches aren't caused by brilliant code, they're caused by bad habits. Today, we are going to dissect the subtle, everyday mistakes you are making that leave your digital doors wide open. We're covering everything from the passwords you reuse to the coffee shop Wi-Fi you trust too much. By the end of this video, you'll know how to lock that glass house down. Let's start with the most common offender, the recycling trap. Be honest, how many accounts use the exact same password? You might have a strong password, but if you use it for your email, your bank, and that random forum you signed up for in 2015, you are in trouble. Hackers breach that low-security forum, steal your credentials, and then run automated scripts to try that same combo on every major site. It's called credential stuffing, and it is responsible for billions of account takeovers. If you are reusing passwords, you are practically handing them the keys. The solution isn't to memorize 50 complex codes, it's to use a password manager. If you aren't using one yet, this is your sign to start. Moving on to habit number 2, the Save Password feature in your browser. It feels convenient, but it is a security nightmare. Factual and concerning. Explaining the vulnerability. Browser-based storage is often less encrypted than dedicated managers, and if someone gets physical access to your unlocked laptop, they have everything. This brings us to the physical realm, leaving your devices unlocked or unattended even for a minute. We call this the evil maid scenario, but it could just be a nosy coworker or a thief at a cafe. Always lock your screen. Now let's talk about where you connect. Habit number 3, the public Wi-Fi roulette. You're at the airport or a hotel and you see a network named Free Airport Wi-Fi. You connect instantly. You just made a huge mistake. Educational. Explaining the technical term evil twin simply. Hackers set up evil twin networks. They look legitimate, but once you connect, they can intercept every packet of data you send. Visual analogy. Highlighting the lack of privacy. Credit card numbers, login cookies, emails. If the site isn't perfectly encrypted, they see it all. It's like shouting your secrets across a crowded room. If you must use public Wi-Fi, you absolutely need a VPN. It creates an encrypted tunnel that makes your data invisible to anyone snooping on the network. Intriguing. Hinting at a deeper problem than the obvious. Habit number 4 is subtle but dangerous. Oversharing on social media. And I don't just mean posting your location. Have you ever done those "what is your elf name" quizzes? First initial of your street plus your pet's name. You are literally handing over the answers to your security questions. What was your first pet is a common bank security question. Stop participating in these data harvesting schemes. And while you're at it, stop posting photos of your boarding passes. That barcode contains your frequent flyer number and PNR. With that, anyone can cancel your return flight or steal your points. Relatable humor. We all do this. Let's talk about software hygiene. Habit number 5, the remind me later addiction. Those updates aren't just new features or cosmetic changes. They are patching security holes that hackers have already discovered. Urgent. Connecting laziness to disaster. By delaying the update, you are leaving the back door unlocked for days or weeks. This is how massive ransomware attacks happen. Set your devices to auto-update. It is the single easiest way to stay ahead of 90% of threats without lifting a finger. Habit number 6, the sign in with trap. You know, those buttons for Google, Facebook, or Apple. Warning about the single point of failure. It is convenient, yes, but you are creating a massive dependency. If your main Google account gets compromised, you lose access to everything linked to it. Furthermore, you are giving these tech giants even more data about your habits, creating a complete profile of your life across the web. Tactical advice, giving alternatives. Use a unique email address for junk accounts, or better yet, use the Hide My Email features offered by privacy-focused services. Habit number 7 involves the Internet of Things, your smart bulb, your fridge, your doorbell. Most of these devices come with default passwords like admin or 1234, and almost nobody changes them. Hackers use botnets to scan the web for these default devices. They can hijack your baby monitor or use your smart fridge to attack others. Technical but simple solution: compartmentalization. Isolate your smart home devices on a separate guest Wi-Fi network. That way, if your bulb gets hacked, your laptop is still safe. Now let's talk about phishing. Habit number 8 is clicking before thinking. Updating the viewer's mental model of phishing. Phishing has evolved. It's not just the Nigerian prince anymore. It's an email that looks exactly like a tracking notification from FedEx. Or a text message saying your Netflix payment failed. This is called smishing, and it exploits our urgency to fix problems. Never click links in unexpected messages. Go directly to the app or the website yourself. If there's a real issue, you'll see it there. We are all guilty of this. Habit number 9, blindly accepting cookies and terms of service. When you click Accept All, you are often agreeing to let third-party data brokers track your movement across the entire internet. Take the extra 5 seconds. Click Manage Settings and reject everything but the strictly necessary cookies. It's a small act of rebellion. Habit number 10, ignoring two-factor authentication, or 2FA. I know it's annoying to wait for a code, but 2FA is the single most effective barrier against account takeovers. Nuanced advice, upgrading the security level. However, not all 2FA is created equal. SMS codes can be intercepted via SIM swapping. If you can, use an authenticator app or a hardware key. Explaining the specific threat of SMS. SIM swapping is when a hacker convinces your carrier to switch your phone number to their SIM card. Then they get your 2FA codes. This is why authenticator apps are better. The code is generated on your device, not sent over the network. Practical everyday advice. Bluejacking. Habit 11. Leaving Bluetooth and AirDrop on when you aren't using them. In crowded places, hackers can use open Bluetooth connections to push files to your device or even exploit vulnerabilities to gain access. Specific technical tip. Many people don't know this detail. Turn them off from the Settings menu, not just the Control Center. Often, the Control Center only disconnects temporarily. Habit 12. Trusting Incognito Mode for privacy. Clarifying the limitation. Factual list of who watches. Incognito only stops your browser from saving history. Your ISP, your employer, and the websites you visit can still see everything you do. Alternative solutions. If you want real privacy, you need a VPN and a privacy-focused browser like Brave or Firefox with strict settings. Returning to social engineering. Detail-oriented. Habit 13. Oversharing in About Me sections and bio links. Direct advice. Minimalism. Scrapers collect this info to build a profile for identity theft. Keep your bios minimal. No contact info, no birthdays. Workplace security focus. Common malware vector. Habit 14. Downloading loose files. PDFs, Word docs, random invoices sent to your work email. Technical explanation of macros. Scary hidden danger. Malware can be embedded in the macros of a Word doc. One click and it executes code in the background without you seeing a thing. Actionable tip. Introduction of a specific tool. Always use the preview mode in your browser instead of downloading, or upload suspicious files to a scanner like VirusTotal first. Financial hygiene. The importance of monitoring. Habit 15. Checking your bank account only when you buy something. Explaining the test charge method. Solution: alerts. Fraudsters often test a stolen card with tiny unnoticed charges before draining the account. Set up transaction alerts for every single purchase. Digital hoarding. The zombie account problem. Habit 16. Keeping old apps and accounts you don't use anymore. Connecting old apps to current risks. These zombie accounts are potential backdoors. If that old fitness app from 2018 gets breached, your data is exposed. Clear rule of thumb. Do a digital spring cleaning. If you haven't used it in 6 months, delete the account. Not just the app, the account itself. Recalling the earlier social media point, but focused on the bank side. Habit 17. Relying on security questions that are actually public facts. Clever workaround. Lie to your security questions. Treat security answers like passwords. If the question is, "What is your mother's maiden name?" the answer should be Purple Pizza 88. The curiosity trap. Classic spy technique. Habit 18. USB hygiene. Plugging in random flash drives you find. This is a classic attack. The drive contains a script that executes the moment it receives power. Never plug in unknown hardware. Visual hacking. Shoulder surfing. Habit 19. Not using a screen protector or privacy filter in public. Simple physical solution. Shoulder surfing is the oldest trick in the book. A privacy screen makes your display look black from any angle but straight on. And finally, habit 20. Thinking, I have nothing to hide. You do have things to hide. Your identity, your credit score, your medical history, your private conversations. Empowering definition. Returning to the opening metaphor, privacy isn't about secrecy. It's about control. It's about choosing who gets to see inside your glass house. Empathizing with the user, validating the struggle. Changing these habits takes effort. It's annoying to use 2FA. It's a hassle to manage passwords. Weighing the pros and cons. The alternative is the chaos of identity theft and the violation of your digital life. The trade-off is worth it. Small steps, encouraging action. Start with one habit today. Maybe the password manager, or enabling 2FA on your email. Progression. Building confidence. Then, next week, tackle the next one. Build your security layer by layer. The realistic goal. A bit of pragmatic humor. You don't have to be a tech genius to be secure. You just have to be less low-hanging fruit than the person next to you. Stay safe, stay suspicious, and lock those digital doors. Thanks for watching. Now, I want to hear from you. What was the most surprising part, and how does it change what you'll do next? Leave it in the comments. If this helped you think more clearly, hit like so more people can find it. And subscribe because the next video builds directly on this.